The AirSling V2 is a slim 4-liter sling that is perfect for a few essentials. I've been testing this sling for the past few months, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at the overall design and compartments, and sharing my thoughts on this bag, as well as any other alternatives you should consider. Quick disclaimer, I'm an Alpaca ambassador, however, all thoughts shared in this video are my own, and I have not previewed this video before it's released. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. The AirSling V2 is a messenger style sling that comes in an X-Pack fabric in a few colorways. For the standard versions, it either comes in a black X-Pack or this lovely dark green X-Pack. Here I also have the limited edition grey X-Pack version. However, all versions of the AirSling come in at $85 US. Going over the external features, the sling only comes in X-Pack, which offers waterproofing and good abrasion resistance. At the very bottom of the sling, it has a plastic D-ring if you want to attach any accessories. The bottom portion and back panel uses 1680D ballistic nylon, which is another tough anti-abrasion fabric. On the back panel of the sling is where you'll find a carry handle made from seatbelt material. It feels soft in hand, but it's not a great handle if you're planning on carrying it for long periods. It's nice that it's there in case you need to quickly pick up your sling or use it as a luggage pass-through sleeve when you're traveling. Also on the back panel, there is a hidden pocket with waterproof zippers. The back pocket is pretty much the size of the entire sling, but it's very slim. The lining is a 200D ripstop nylon in a blood orange honeycomb pattern. This blood orange lining makes it super easy to find your gear. In this pocket, there is a built-in quick release key leash and 2 slip pockets. The hidden pocket is incredibly slim and doesn't expand too much. It's a great place to store any important valuables like a passport, wallet, or journal. I would avoid adding any bulky items in here because it will bulge the back panel and will not be very comfortable when it's on the body. Moving on to the strap on the AirSling, it's also made from a seatbelt material and has a magnetic Maglocks buckle for quick detachment. The strap is easily adjustable on both sides for the perfect fit. Each end of the strap has an elastic keeper to keep the excess strap from dangling around and for a tidier look. The exterior design of the AirSling is pretty slim and looks very sleek, and I love the contrast of the X-Pack with the black ballistic nylon. Since this is a messenger style sling, let's briefly talk about this flap. The flap on the sling uses a slide fidlock buckle to access the main compartment. On one end of the fidlock, there is a strap to tighten down the flap to the bag and has an elastic keeper. I have some thoughts on the flap, which I'll talk about in a moment. For now, let's go over the internal compartments because what you store inside affects the flap on this sling. Moving inside the bag, the front pocket has 4 slip pockets, which is a good place to store any smaller items like cables, earbuds, or keys. Moving over to the main compartment, there is extra ripstop material stitched onto the sides to prevent water from entering, which is a nice touch. In terms of organization, there is a dedicated tablet sleeve with a soft material that feels like microfiber cloth on one side. This slot easily fits my iPad mini 6 with a bit of space left. During my time with the sling, I noticed that the material on the tablet sleeve had started to loosen and crinkle up. I'm not exactly sure what's causing this, but this is something to be aware of. Besides the tablet sleeve, there aren't any pockets in the main compartment for organization. It's one compartment with not much expandability. There's enough room to fit a pair of sunnies, a phone, and a 20,000 mAh power bank. With this setup, I would say the compartment is about 80 to 90% filled up, and hopefully that gives you a rough idea of how much space there is. With all this gear inside, the entire bag bulges out a little bit. When packing out this sling, I found the compartments best suited for slimmer items like a journal or a wallet. Bulkier or weirdly shaped items such as a small water bottle or sunglasses case can make the sling look a bit warped. During my time with the bag, I found the strap to cinch down the flap not particularly useful. For most of the time, I let this extra strap very loose since it's so easy to overpack this sling. When I carry my slings, I prefer having them close to my body. However, the flap on the AirSling causes a few problems. Whenever I access the sling, the flap gets in the way. For reference, I'm 165 centimeters tall, and when I access the bag, I usually use my chin to hold down the flap because sometimes it closes on itself, and other times there's enough structure for it to sit upright. I imagine you won't run into this issue like me if you're taller. During my testing, I've had to wear the sling slightly looser so the flap doesn't get in the way. Besides the aesthetics and design, this flap also adds an extra bit of security to access the main compartment. I'd like to see this flap utilized a bit more, and perhaps there could be a hidden pocket beneath the flap. However, I think this would also contribute to making the sling bulge out even more. Overall, the Air Sling is very comfortable on the body. The two adjusters on the strap make it easy to find a good fit while on the move. The thick seatbelt strap is very comfortable for all day wear, and I haven't had any issues with the excess straps loosening or dangling around. I think the Air Sling is a great choice for the minimalist, especially if you carry an iPad mini or a Nintendo Switch. It only has enough space for essentials like a pair of sunnies, a phone, and a few small items. I wouldn't recommend this sling for anyone who usually carries a lot of gear because the compartments are quite slim and it's very easy to overpack it. If you're looking for alternatives, I recommend checking out the Bellroy City Pouch Plus sling. I haven't tried this one, but the size looks pretty similar to the Air Sling. Another sling I highly recommend checking out is the Ghost Sling Mini, which is also 4 liters, and it's my favorite sling from Alpaca. Comparing them side by side, they are very similar in size. However, the main compartment in the Ghost Sling Mini is slightly bigger and has more organization. It can expand a bit more and fit slightly bulkier items. The overall design of the Ghost Sling Mini is super sleek and has a slim silhouette. The standard version of the Ghost Sling Mini is slightly cheaper than the Air Sling, but it comes with Codra 500D instead of X-Pac. If you want to learn more about the Ghost Sling Mini, you can check out the video on the screen. Overall, the Alpaca Air Sling V2 is a great choice for the minimalist. What do you think of this sling? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.